3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to go 3, 2.
No, that made me laugh. Music's done playing and scene.
Beep, 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 beep. No, it doesn't end playing. We start talking over it.
Fading.
Usually
Yeah,
fading. I'm fading. We're recording late. It's 11 o'clock.
It's the time change.
Oh, man.
I know.
We sprung ahead. We got sprung.
I'm sprung. T-Pain.
This is the Bad Brothers podcast, and apparently we don't say...
Apparently. Never been on live television before.
Apparently we don't say that this is the Bad Brothers podcast. We don't say that my name is Michael and...
My name is Will.
Except actually we did do that at the beginning of this.
I know.
For once. I've told you so much about my penis the last 8 weeks. More about my ball sack, but somewhat about my penis. But we have not told you our names. So my name is Michael Browning. This is Will. We're Bad Brothers. We started this podcast so we could talk to each other. This is Port Orchard's finest podcast. It was voted in 2020 and 2021 Port Orchard's finest podcast. That's what you're listening to right now. Thank you for listening.
And everybody always asks, what do you guys talk about?
Is that what they ask?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think about that. Because at the beginning, we went really heavy brother stuff,
Right.
family stuff.
Yeah.
Because that was sort of the gimmick of the podcast. And we could probably hit that a little bit more often.
And now it's more like sprinkled in. I feel like one past family thing usually comes up every week.
Yeah. And so, okay, so I feel like that was the beginning. And then we had maybe 10 episodes or so where there was a lot of music talk.
Yes.
Every week, whether that was Taylor Swift,
Amy Grant,
Charlie Puth,
T-Pain.
And so we had some music heavy episodes. We had, I don't know what the next section would be. We had some episodes. No, we didn't have any.
Yeah, I don't know. I did like from like 20 on, I thought was like really good.
Yeah. Then we had some vasectomy episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting better at having...
broke my foot.
You broke your foot. I think we're getting better at having a conversation without having such... I mean, we do sort of... We try to have something to talk about each week, and I do actually listen, and I try to edit down... I mean, every week, so... I don't edit something out every week. I think last week was a pretty long episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it was like over 50 minutes, which is very long for us. But I think I do try to, not try to, but I do end up cutting out sometimes. I'll even take out a 5-minute chunk if I think, hey, this is a good 5 minutes, but we're not professional radio people or anything.
Yeah.
But let's say we have 42 minutes recorded. If there's 5 minutes that are kind of slow, but the rest is good, I'll get it down to 37 minutes because I'd rather have like a cool episode that's a little bit shorter than, you know,
right.
one that has a big like dead spot in the middle. But I feel like, yeah. Now this is 39 episodes, I think. This is going to get us to the end of March.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty soon it'll be a year. That'll be so weird.
Yes. That will be weird. I just wanted to bring that up again because then I thought maybe like if someone's jumping in now, I could say, oh, hey, listen to 39. Quick recap.
I've really been wanting to invite people, but yes, I got a vasectomy a little while ago, and it took up a lot of airtime for a few podcasts. Just in a funny way. Not in a grotesque
and
way.
And before that, it was alligator penises.
Oh, yeah. There's an alligator penis episode. That's a family story, though.
Right.
And so here we are. We're back, and Will is teasing us
again
with a bunch of topics to talk about. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is like I feel like instead of being so topic heavy, even though it is sort of topic heavy this time, I think we're having an easier time like just showing up to your place or my place or wherever we were in the garage or now in studio.
Yeah, better at keeping the conversation going. Studio. Keeping the conversation going. Just kidding. All right.
Sorry, I was purposely being awkward. That was me purposely being awkward.
And it would have translated so well on video.
We need a real sponsor. We haven't had a sponsor in a while since
last week.
Big Nate.
But one that we just completely act like is there every week.
Yeah.
I thought we were sponsored.
Remember at the beginning I did like ads? Fake ads?
Yeah.
I had another one lately.
Oh. I don't know.
Shipping!
I don't know. Stamps.com. I thought it was going to be Manscaped when you're talking about George W. Bush. I almost interrupted with that. Tushy. It's like a power washer for your butthole.
Is that what it says?
No, that was a review I read. 10 out of 10. Oh, right.
At first I was like, wouldn't your butt just be like so wet? And then I was like, wait, you can dry it.
This was the toilet paper. That's what the toilet paper is for.
I guess I have to bring a towel with me.
Gross. For some reason, that grosses me out.
This is my butt towel.
It's just laying on the ground next to the toilet. Gross.
Oh, wait. We need to pause. I don't know if this is a BuzzFeed thing or wherever I heard this story, but it was a whole thing about like things that you do. Oh, it was probably on like Deadspin.
Like standing up to wipe.
Back when Deadspin was cool. It was like things you do in your family that you didn't realize were something that you do.
That like only you do or everyone does?
Things that happen in your family, but you don't realize that, it's unique to your family.
Oh, so it's unique. Not like everyone has a puke bowl.
No. And this one person was talking about they have a poop knife. And it's like this, it was like a knife or like almost like a saw. When the poop was
too big in the toilet?
Regularly too big in the toilet. And they would like reach down.
Either one, what's wrong with your toilet, or two, what's wrong with your poop?
I know, either one. Oh my gosh, I think about that all the time.
Poop knife.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to put a link to that article.
I thought we were off.
Because I want to go find it.
Paused.
I know. Oh, are we?
You said pause.
I said pause?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That could have just been pause the non-conversation we were having.
Oh, maybe that's what I meant. Oh, because you were starting and I said pause.
Should we just dive into this?
Dive. Hit me.
Oh, all right. I went to...
We're not getting through all these, so pick the one you want to.
All right. I went to Wisconsin, USA, Appleton, Wisconsin, just south of Green Bay, about 30 minutes. I went for a dog show. My GF was judging a dog show. Have you seen these kids saying B? They say like
Have you seen these kids? You remind me of like a late night, comedian
Monologue.
guest.
Oh, there's like a new acronym, and
Hey, have you seen this? Wait, that's what we did at the beginning.
I haven't figured it out yet. It's like a new acronym for BF and GF, but there's another letter in there. If anyone knows, call in. It's on TikTok.
BMF, I know that one.
I don't know that one.
Bad mother.
Oh. BAMF.
Badass. That ass.
Tushy. And so we went Wisconsin for the weekend, and
Have you told Mom yet?
no. It's just I just didn't want to talk about COVID or anything or GFs and whatnot.
I get it.
So, COVID still rampantly the looming darkness of the country, but it's getting better. So we get on the plane. It's a good sized Delta plane, 3 and 3. You know, you have each row is only 2 people per 3 seats, you know.
Oh, in Delta, they still have no middle?
In these big ones. Yeah, no middle.
Delta? Did I just say that? Did you just say that?
Maybe, but I was on Delta.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's pretty good, you know. People have their masks on.
What if you're together? You can't be?
You can sit in the middle.
Okay.
And anyway, I'm most the way through the flight, and I look over, like kind of like over and back, and I see this lady. I don't know why it totally caught me off guard. Dual mask, glasses, and then some very intense half ski, half chemistry lab goggles. Just like full on, you know. They were very intense and large, just dual mask and everything. And she's like, and it, like, I don't know. My opinion was that was overkill, but it was just odd to see a year later the eye protection.
You can get it through your eyes, though.
Yeah, but from what?
It's an open place.
I know.
There's not that many open places in your body. Mask covers a couple of them.
Everyone had a mask on.
I know.
The air recirculates in a plane less than 2 minutes, I believe.
I think I said earlier, it's like, I just feel like, I mean, you don't really know.
You don't know.
I'm obviously not saying this to be like critical and anything, but it's just like,
and I'm also not gonna tell someone what to do. Like I would, just for me, double mask was intense.
I think this is what it is for me. I am honestly more tired of the people who are like, oh, why isn't everybody over these masks yet? And I'm not talking about the anti-vax, pro-Trump people. I'm talking about the people in the middle who are like, you know, who are rightly sort of like, hey, let's get this, you know, going now.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm just tired of mask talk in general, I guess, so I should probably move on.
That's what I just feel like when people... I'm just getting tired of like.
Anyway, she was wearing giant goggles, and I thought it was funny. They were intense.
Wait, what's your GF airplane style? Not dress, but like, is she just like get on, don't talk? She's flown a lot, right?
Yeah, flying all the time for dog stuff. Yeah, she's just like
is she
headphones.
like pro flying style? Did she talk to you? Did she talk to you on the plane?
We didn't talk that much because it's so loud, and then the masks, you can't like read lips. And then she was like listening to a podcast, and I was listening to something, and
not this one.
And then there was each seat had a movie screen too, free movies.
Are you trying to get her to listen to this?
I was gonna bring it up. I was actually thinking of bringing it up tomorrow.
It really hurts me.
She's listening to Crime Junkies, which I listen to. Lame.
Okay, let me tell you.
Have you listened to it?
This people who listen to Crime Junkies are the same kind of people that listen to Nightmare Collect-a-Pod.
But
And I think I talked about that a couple weeks ago.
But have you listened to Crime Junkies?
No.
Because it's her voice. Imagine every sentence is the catch sentence on what's the Bill Hader, like the crime guy, where he's like, ooh, you know. Imagine everything was like, and then she went and grabbed the blood, and it's just an hour of a girl talking like that, and already girl's voice talking in my ears, you know, like razor blades in my eardrum.
What are you, my mom?
Yeah. And so she's like, and then there was this, and then, and then this is reported, and then, and it's just that for an hour, and I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
And anyway, and then they do like creepy music in the background. The creepy music fades in and out as the intensity gets in and out. So anyway, we had to transfer then to a small plane, fly into Detroit, Eminem, 8 Mile.
How small?
13 rows.
Oh, yes.
I could not stand up.
The 2 and 1 or the
2 and 2. I couldn't stand up straight in the aisle. My head touched the ceiling.
Prop?
Not prop.
Oh.
Jet. Is it jet? Turbine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I just had an idea for such a weird guest, even though we don't have any other guests.
Yeah.
The one time I flew a prop plane was from Seattle to Vancouver.
Washington or Canada?
Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was flying to...
We have a pilot listener. That's the last time I rode a prop plane.
So this was for Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Operated by Alaska Airlines.
Yeah.
I was flying to Korea, but I left through Vancouver.
Yeah.
Just cool little airport.
Senior Baldwin pilot.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I was like sitting in the front row, or like the first row.
Yeah.
And on that plane, the stewardess or flight attendant.
Yeah.
Sorry to gender.
Yeah.
Person.
Jeez.
The flight attendant, who happened to be a female,
You assume.
was sitting right in front of me, and basically
Facing you?
Yeah, facing
in the jump
me.
seat?
In the jump seat, and basically our feet are almost touching, and I was like hyped. It was like the first time I was like flying by myself. I mean, I've flown by myself, but
You're 18?
I was no. I was going to Cambodia, but I was going on my own. It was a
That
trip.
was when you went to China.
And no, I went to Cambodia, but I like planned the trip on my own. I was not going with a group that time and everything. And so I was like, just like looking to talk to somebody. And this girl her name is CV, and she was like so cool. We're still friends. We're still friends on
The flight attendant?
Instagram. Yeah.
Oh.
And
CV.
Yeah. SIVIE. And I don't know. I mean, we haven't talked in forever, but we still follow each other on Instagram, and she's just really cool.
I still follow a guy. When I worked at Starbucks, I found his wallet, and then I found him on Facebook to give him his wallet back, and I'm still friends with him. He lives in Kentucky.
I love that kind of stuff.
Every once in a while, I like his pics.
I love meeting people on planes. Like one time,
Polished concrete worker.
yeah, polished concrete worker. There was another time where it was like it was COVID because there was nobody in the middle, but we were flying at night and it was raining. The turbulence was so bad, and this lady was so scared. I could tell. It was like an older lady. She was probably 65 or something. short, kind of granny looking lady. But yeah, I could tell she was so nervous. So I just sort of like struck up a conversation with her and just talked to her for the last, hour and a half or whatever. But then we got to SeaTac and she's like, come on, you gotta meet my family.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't know. I can't remember the whole thing, but like all her family lived out here now and she was flying from the Midwest or wherever.
Yeah. There's people like that on the train.
There was like 15 people there to greet her with like flowers and balloons and stuff. I'm like, this seems like a bigger deal. And I was like,
that's awesome.
It's nice that we had like a little moment on the plane, but I was like, I'm not going to ruin your little family get together.
I just saw a video. A friend was picking up a husband and wife from the airport and she took a sign and it said, picking up my cheating husband and his mistress or whatever.
Awesome.
And it's the husband and wife walking off the plane, but that's the sign that she's so holding. Cool. And they all just started laughing.
Yeah, but I love talking to people if they want to. I'm not the forceful guy, but
I usually just listen to music.
Bump their elbow like, oh, sorry. Oh, hey, I noticed you
usually just
love The Office, huh?
Hey, by the way, have you ever tried Applewood smoked brisket?
Oh, man.
I usually just lightly rub my pinky along their thigh, the side of their thigh.
Inside?
No, the outside.
Inside, that'd be bold.
So yeah, I was on. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had the tiny plane, 13 rows.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And it's like so old. It reminded me of a train. It reminded me of the train that goes to Chicago because those are built in 82, I think.
It still has an ashtray in the
bathroom. It had the ashtray on the outside of the bathroom.
Oh, that's funny.
And there's the little thing there, and yeah, it just like reminded me of that.
Isn't it wild? You can smoke on a plane. Anyways.
It was wild that you just smoked everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Remember Family Pancake House, the smoking section? Mm-hmm. With the big curtain?
Sorry. Candy Crush, someone just took the top spot.
Oh my God.
Am I going to let that happen? What a stupid notification. I just want to know when my lives are full. Sorry. I thought it was Tammy. I thought it was important. I mean, it is important, but.
It is important? Yeah. Yeah, so it's one of those tiny planes, and yeah, the turbulence on those is always worse, and no leg room. The seats barely recline. It was rough. Luckily, it was only 50 minutes from Detroit to Appleton.
There's a commercial on the radio right now, and it's like an insurance commercial or something. It's like, things that don't matter or something, or things that should go away. It's like, things that don't matter or anyways, one of them is like leaning your seat back. It's like, it only goes back 2 inches and it leaves it's supposed to be kind of like a jokey thing, but they're like half serious, like, but kind of joking about it. And I'm like, no, reclining your seats on a plane is a big deal.
Makes a huge difference. The ones on the big plane, the long flight, I was surprised how much they leaned back.
Yeah.
Delta 737 900E or whatever I had.
Dude, maybe this sounds weird, but I love on some of those long flights. There's just something about it. I like when humanity like comes together, kind of moments or whatever. Like one weird thing, but like for an example, that is not the plane thing I'm about to say, which is like, I love like people with babies, how they're always like sharing clothes, like they pass down and always always like sharing toys or equipment or cribs or everything. Like, I just love that kind of community, like everybody's coming together, people sharing stuff with each other, like that. I just love that humanity coming together type of stuff, because maybe there's just not that many. And one of the funny things is like on a plane when you're on some of those long like 15-hour flights and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you are just like curling up next to somebody that you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And there's just like no way to not be shoulder to shoulder or thigh to thigh with people. And you got to move a little bit, unless you're one of these, 4'9" Asian ladies on the plane that can just, ball up in their seat without.
Yeah. We almost had one of those people putting their toes in between the, where the armrest is.
Yeah.
It was there for about 4 seconds. And Lauren was like, is this seriously happening right now? And she was like, is it a kid? And I look back. No, not a kid. Adult. And I was about ready to just take the armrest and just like smack it up as fast as I could,
Yeah.
break their toes off.
You didn't have the armrest up between you and Lauren?
No.
You're going to hear about that.
I'm going to hear about it.
Mm-hmm. There shouldn't be barriers between you guys. That is a symbol. You're still putting up walls.
Oh my gosh. I was just saying I was ready to put it up.
The picture that I love that is like the bad flyers. There's like somebody in their boxers and they're in the
boxers?
what's the row and you're the bulkhead or whatever
Oh,
in
against
the middle where the TV is like on the wall, not on the
between first class and the back. It's just a wall.
Yeah, there's like the bathrooms on those big planes. Yeah, this person's in their boxers and they get their feet up above their head on the wall like this.
Oh my gosh. I know. There's always somebody. I always love. Someone had a McDonald's handle bag. It was like 2 feet wide by 8 inches. Handle McDonald's bag for like their family.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh. But I was gonna say I hate when people have like some like crazy, like pad thai or whatever, and they just like as soon as you get on the plane, they just bust it open, and it's just like the whole 10 rows around them all smell like some
care about that.
Weird
Bring
food.
your tuna. Bring your eggs. I don't care. We're just all together.
Big tuna.
All together. I mean, nothing is better than. Oh, I just remembered when we went to Disneyland. I think Declan. We had like a car seat for him, and he just right when we were just getting him situated, not even like in the middle of the flight or whatever, he kicked the guy's seat in front of him twice. I can't remember what this guy said. Oh, because Declan was like, wait, when did we go?
2019.
Yeah, because it wasn't last year. So he's 2.5.
Yeah.
Not even close to 3 yet.
Gives a couple bumps on the seat.
Gives a couple bumps on the seat, and the guy's like, make that kid stop kicking.
Oh, yeah. It's because it was a kid.
And I was like...
I always have some adult that, bumps into my seat.
So then I'm immediately like, mad. Because it's like...
You're about ready to put your foot on the seat.
If it was like rational... If I just saw the guy sort of like look over his shoulder like, what's happening back there?
Yeah.
And if he was a little bit like, is this going to happen the whole time?
Yeah.
Then, I get it.
It's because he went 0 to 100.
He definitely went 0 to 100. And I was like, he's like, why don't you tell your kid to stop kicking my seat? But I maintained my cool. I was like, hey, listen, like, I could tell him to stop kicking his seat, but he's 2, so I'm really sorry if it happens. And his wife is like, Jerry, just, you could see her kind of like grab his leg, like, okay, he's doing his thing again. And yeah, he's like, And I think maybe he kicked it then, or maybe it was just based off what I was saying. He's like, "Oh, really good kid then. If he's not going to listen to his parent, you're raising a real good kid there." It was so out of the blue.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, luckily Declan fell asleep on the way home because it was just like, yeah, people get all worked up and stuff. Too much. Do people get worked up on the train?
Oh yeah. There's always something. And it's always when it's funny when they come up to me and they want me to be like the police of some other adult, you know?
Work it out, you two.
Yeah. Or, at the beginning, this is a year ago when masks were still like, just starting. And it's like there's the one person wearing goggles and 2 masks would come up and be like, "There's a lady, not wearing her mask at her seat, blah, blah, blah." And it's like they had the split seating. No one was, one time I had 6 people on a train that holds 250 people at the beginning of all this COVID stuff. And someone comes up to me.
And there was still a fight?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the
argument.
It wasn't the 6-person day,
yeah.
but there was room to move.
Yeah,
and it's like there's people. Someone's not wearing their mask or whatever, and it's like they walk up all the way to tell me that, and it's like
go have a car to yourself.
Yeah, I make announcements about wearing the mask at that point. Like I said, this is a year ago, and it was like I'm not everyone's babysitter.
Yeah.
I'm also in charge of like making sure the train is running safely before I'm in charge of, your comfort level. Yeah. Anyway.
You're talking about masks again. You can't help yourself.
I guess. Maybe it's because when I went to the gym the other day, I really just chafed my lips on my mask.
You got your stash. There should be anti-chafe.
I know. I don't know how it happened, but it really did a number on it. So I got the chapstick right here.
Burt's Bees, the best bees.
I even got the ultra conditioning Burt's Bees. Rich in butters and oils that hydrate and condition.
Okay, we've reached the part of the podcast where we're reading the copy on the Burt's Bees chapstick, so it is time to wind it up.
Go to burtsbees.com/badbrothers for 10% off. Like, subscribe, comment. Mostly comment. Like the feedback.
Yeah, do some more comments. Share some more posts.
What do you want to hear? We want to know. What do you love hearing about from us?
Yeah, I don't know what I want to hear unless it's positive. If you have something negative to say,
go back to the complaint episode and put the comment there.
Oh, yeah.